Let's hope I managed to do this one right, eh? Fuck me. It'd be nice to actually get both videos in, wouldn't it? Right, you know the drill. 30-minute chess. I'm going to talk through every move I make. 2 games, one after the other. Analysis in between. Plenty of hydration. Let's get into it. Alright. We've got the white pieces. You know, we like a nice simple move towards the Italian game. Looks like that's what we're going to get. This is all book moves this far. I know this much. Takes. Knight wants to take here, I think. Interesting. That is a mistake. How do I punish that? How do I punish that? I can pin this knight now, rather than it coming in and getting this pawn. Pin the knight. And then castle, maybe? Because what's the normal line? He takes. A castle. Yeah, I'm going to pin the knight. I feel like I'm supposed to push, actually. I feel like I'm supposed to push something. Yeah, push this knight. Which one is it? Ooh. It's not this one, because on this I can't take, because if he goes here then I've got problems. So it must be pushing this knight. And then just on jumps in is castles. I think that's the way to do it. This is protected by my knight and my queen. So on takes. So I'm fine there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the way around that it's supposed to go. I just know that that's a mistake. Now we just castle. He has to move this knight still. Can't go to these because he finds problems on knight g5. Protected by my bishop, threatening this. And then my queen's then attacking it. Here I feel like it's his own, here and home. And I feel like here he runs into complications still. Because what does he do on my rook sliding? Yeah, here's a problem because he gets trapped with the rook across. So he's got to go home here. He has to go home, I think. If here, let me play g5, right? Then we're both attacking his knight, so he has to move his knight somewhere. Unless he plays forward. But on forward, I play takes. So let's see. Pushes forward. Pushes takes. And then what probably takes check, something along those lines. It just can't be good for black. Pretty sure we're off to a pretty good start here with white. Do want to get these pieces. I often notice that I lag with getting these pieces out. This pin looks appetizing. Push, takes. Takes, slide. Check. Back. We just bring our knight out maybe, something along those lines. Knight here attacking. Yeah, and attacking the queen and the bishop, and we're just trading off pieces at that point. I'm definitely giving him something to think about anyway. He's got to move this knight, is the important part. He has to move this. Otherwise he's running into trouble. And he has to go home, I'm pretty sure. Here, I just take. Here, meets rook to e1, and then it's unsafe. You'd have to protect it somehow. Can you protect it anyway? You could do that. I en passant. It attacks the queen. He takes. I take with check. Doesn't work for him. Same here. I en passant. So you can't go to these. Can't go to these because of what we talked about, the knight hopping in. You obviously can't go here because the king's here. Can't go here because the pawn's here. Can't go here because the pawn's here. So his only real option is to go home. From what I'm seeing, unless there's something tricky I don't know about. Maybe he just sacks it. Takes. Slide. Knight across. Nope, he goes home. So you're right. Now, do we want to do this anyway? No, because on this he plays h6 and protects. So now we want to kick the other knight, perhaps? No, because this is attacked twice and defended once. But it's poison, actually. Because if he takes, I take. If he takes back, he gets pinned. So, let's say we kick him. Can't go here, he gets taken. Can't go here, we've discussed that. Can't go here, could go here. Could go here or home. Here, now interesting. Here he wouldn't because it just gets kicked around again. Here, attacks my bishop. What do I do there? On here, whoa, if I sacked my bishop right now, sacks, takes. Knight forward. His queen gets to go somewhere. Sacks. Queen takes. Knight comes in. His queen goes somewhere. I don't know where his queen goes, is the problem. So maybe we are just kicking the knight here. Kick the knight. Then what? Bishop here? That seems good to me. Just taking space in the center. Bishop comes back to d3 with the idea of bringing my queen in behind it and lining a battery up over here. He still has a while to go before he can develop properly anyway. And if he tries to hop his knight out, I'd be happy to fuck up his pawn structure. First, does he have queen here? It's protected. This pawn, as we've said, is poisoned. If I do that, where can the queen go? Because the queen... So these are the queen's options right now. Can't go here. Can go here. Can go here. Can't go. Can't go. Can't go. Can't go. Okay, so these are the only options for the queen. There's got to be something there, no? Because then my development is so much farther ahead. Okay, so on knight here, what do we discuss? Do we break open the center here? Okay, let's think. Push. Takes. Takes. Can't take because my queen's protecting. So if I left this and I pushed, what does he do about that? He has to move his queen. Something like this, maybe. Okay, and if I push, take, if I push, he can't not move his queen. He has to move his queen. This is protected. He has to move his queen. This gives me a chance to move my bishop. Because he just can't take it. He can't take it, because otherwise he loses his queen. So we're taking a lot of space here. He goes home. Fantastic. Now, do we sack the bishop now? Now do we sack the bishop? Or, yes, do we sack the bishop now? Right? Sacks, takes. We bring this bishop in. And where can the queen go? Over there. And she's scurrying away. She's getting away safe. So let's see. Sacks, takes, check. The king's got to come out, hasn't he? That's got to be good for me. But I want to know how I'm converting that. Okay, let's see. Sacks. Takes. Check. Takes. Check. This is what I'm thinking right now. Because if I sack, he has to take, or he doesn't have to take. Actually, he can just move. But let's say he does, and I push, and he takes. I play here with check. That's safe. Yeah, that's got to be good for me, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see where it goes. I'm interested. This has got to be good for me. I don't mind secondaries because my development is better. Although, as much as these guys are just still stuck away in here, and like they're not even that active. But like, he's also not very active. And now my king is so much safer. So it's got to be good for me. I'm liking the idea of this push check. Because on here, check, you can't go here, you can't go here. You obviously can't be here, can't go here. So he either has to go back, home, back here, or come out. If I push and takes, and go check here, he then he's open up the center, and he has to come out, I think. Can't go here. He can go back, but he's just running into trouble. Let's give it some work. Let's give it a go, because this is the thing. So I know that the other way could have led to something interesting, but I want to see how this plays out. I'm very interested by this. And we'll see if this was the right move afterwards. So we come check now. Then we take here, which is, let's go and attack on the rook. If he takes, I take. If he doesn't take, I take anyway. He kind of just has to take it. So let's see, he takes, I take. He moves his king down. Okay. That doesn't work. It does work, because if he then takes my queen, he's fine, doesn't it? Let's see, if I come here, he takes, I take, he takes. That comes out better for him, doesn't it? So maybe I'm going here with check. So then here we check pushes. Here takes, check. Here, push, take. Now if I take, he takes, I take. Now this is more interesting, because I take, he takes. Humana. I definitely should have taken the other way, shouldn't I? Should have done it the other way. That would have been a safer, easier way. He's doing a good job of defending here. Looks like that's the only choice I've got. He takes, I check. He can't block that in any way. Okay, so he just moves. He lets it survive. Guess I keep my knight. I bring it out and he takes here. Maybe here, protects here as well. If he tries to push, I can just pin it. It gives my rook activity. But then he gets to protect. If I take first, and he brings his bishop back. Then I have to go onto the rim. Which I don't mind too much, honestly. I can just reroute, and that's okay. Just causing more problems. Weakening his center. in between move. Do need to be careful that this is a thing, but right now I can just take it. If he played something like this, I'd be in trouble. I'm assuming he takes here. I drop my knight back and save it. Humana, 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 humana. Well, this is much more of a complex position than I was expecting. He does now have these two bishops looking over here. Need to be careful because he's actually looking here with this. He's trying to go for this now. But I'm not going to let him. How do I stop it actually? Where do I go? Where's the best square for me? Do I maybe want to just trade queens off here? Maybe here's best for me. If I go here, he's bringing his knight over. So maybe here's best. Stop this pin. Don't want that. If he still decides to play this anyway, I get to slide my rook over. Get it into the game. I've stopped him from castling. So now he's aiming here. It is protected, so we're okay. Now maybe we pin this knight. Nope, because that just gets eaten by the rook. Let's get this rook onto the center, shall we? Maybe let's get this bishop developed, maybe. Get this bishop developed. Try and start getting close to getting our other rook in the game. If he wants to sack two pieces, feel free. Doubt he'd do that, but we're okay here. I know that I've still got this move, but I'd like to get my knight out first, maybe, and bring my my A rook in line with his queen. So he just wants to take here. Maybe I put this here. He pushes. I'm okay. Oh, he's looking at this knight now. That is an annoying move. So maybe I'm coming here. Wowzers. Wowzeroonies. All of a sudden, the shoe is on the other foot. So if I move here, and he takes, and I take, then he takes, I have to move and he wins my rook. Do I have any way to get my queen involved? Oh, yeah, I'm playing here. Okay, let's think. So I play g3, protects my knight from the queen, protects this from the thing. I think that's my best move. I think that is my best move by far. I think it's my only move, really. Damn. How quickly the tables turn. I wasn't able to prove the worth of that sacrifice. And that stems from my poor development. I should have known that, to be honest. I should have known that it wasn't worth the sack. Because I hadn't developed. I should have tried to rapidly develop after that. But he just played defensively well and counter-attacked. Yeah, so he takes... no real choice but to take back. Because he's forking my rook and my queen. He's just destroying my queen, my king side now. Now. I guess I take this here. Don't have much choice really, do I? And my knight's unprotected as well. Deary me. Deary me. How quick it all falls apart. There goes my knight. There goes my hero. Watch him as he burns. Here, I'm in trouble. That was a mistake, I think. I feel like he could have played that better. Because now I get to survive a little longer anyway. His middle game's definitely outplayed me there. He's just got to take it, hasn't he? I mean, he can keep queens on the board. Which is what it seems like he wants to do. Now let's think. If I do this, he plays here. I can just take, he wouldn't do that. So I'm just fine in blocking, aren't I? He's trying to get his rook across. This guy, man. I want to keep this here so I can have an attack on this rook, if possible, if he lets me get it. just wants to trade them. So if I say no to the trade, yeah. Attack his queen. Then he just trades, right? Yeah. I'm getting here. No, he just wants to trade some more, which makes sense because he's ahead. I come across. He comes across. His knight's got these squares, so he's going here. I'm protecting. Yeesh. Let's move here, because if he takes, he doesn't. Up. Takes. Check. Down. Yeesh. Check. No, can't do that. Can't do that either. I'm assuming it pushes. I'm going to come across. Yeesh. This is a serious loss. But I'll be intrigued to see where it was in the mid game that I lost this. And if it was down to my choice for that. So up, takes. Where can the knight go? Okay, can't go here, can't go here. Okay. So use this knight somewhere. Doesn't matter. I go here, he goes down. I can't do shit to stop it, can I? It's got to be a loss, right? Yeah, and he stops me from moving up. Woof. So there's a fork. Yeah, I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? Just play for a stalemate, I guess. And that's the game. GG to my opponent. Let's analyze that. I want to see where I botched it, because I had an interesting tactic there. I think I might have botched it on that. Let's have a look here. Played at 1300 rated. It was the middle ground that was a mistake. This is all book. This is a miss. And I knew this was a miss. It's the other pawn. And why not here? Okay, so I'm just fine, essentially. So I moved the wrong pawn. Carson was the right idea here. Oh, he was supposed to go forward. I thought that would be a mistake for him. Pushing was the right idea. Pushing was the right idea there. Now the sack was an inaccuracy. I was supposed to bring the bishop out like I thought I was supposed to. What is the follow-up here? Wow. These are some crazy lines. I had a brilliant move, so that's cool, I guess. And that's where I fucked it. I'm supposed to go here. Obviously, still can't. Why didn't I fucking think of that? Why didn't I see that? Why didn't I see that? What a stinker. So now black's just completely winning. And it was the queen move that's where I stunk it up. Oh, and here I could have just ignored all the threats. Made a threat on the rook. Good. He then has a brilliant sacrifice. Both sides had brilliant sacrifices. Still could have taken over there, which it didn't. And then he's got mate in 9 here. Which I somehow managed to survive. At this point, it was all just survival games. I didn't play the end game too badly. Just, again, did what I could to survive. I'm supposed to keep the king away, aren't I? Yeah. Well, a stinker. A true stinker. For game 1. Let's get into game 2 without waiting too long. Let's get into it and see what we get going on. We got the white again. I'm gonna stick the AC on because I am warm. We're getting the Italian game again. Maybe do we see a redemption arc here? He's scared. We break open the center. That feels like a mistake to me. We just castle. I think. This is now poisoned. I think I was like, I don't know that. What's going on here? Do I just want to take this trade and mess up his pawn structure and then try and develop quickly? Or do I want to keep queens on the board? I could push, kick it about some more. I suppose I should kick it. I suppose I should. Because if I take it, it won't even mess up its monster. He just gets to develop. So let's push it about. Get some more space in the center. This is a truly perplexing opening. Again, he's definitely making a mistake here. So let's convert this. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this has got to be massively good for us. No, I could sack this pawn with the idea of getting this one back. Or maybe I just get my rook involved off the rip. I'll get my knight out nice and quickly. He doesn't have a knight to harass my queen. I'm going to get my rook developed. Getting the rook in line with the king, always good, can lead into some troubles. Then I can think about pushing this, sacking it, and this kind of malarkey. Oh. No thanks. So now we... Let's get a knight involved. Let's develop. Let's not make the same mistakes we did last time. Let's develop. He's trying to attack my queen here. Now, again, I'm looking for a sack. Sack. Takes. Pushes. Or sack. Sack. Takes. Check. Am I going a bit crazy with the sacrifices here? Fuck it. That right there is for this episode. This is like, I don't know, brilliant sacrifice question mark, and they're not brilliant sacrifices. They're stinky. They're stinkifices. So now, do we want to check? Takes. Takes. And his king's in a weak position. Or push. Let's go queen here. What does he do? King maybe goes back. Yeah, go. If I go here, he can't block it with anything, can he? Check, that means he can't go back here either. Can't go here, can't go here. Let's go here or here. Maybe I'm liking that more. Can't do this otherwise because I en passant. I like the idea of stopping him from getting in here. I don't want him... Yeah, okay, he goes home. Maybe I move here with the threat of up here or in here. Not being attacked by anything. He could attack my pawn, but that's a discovered check. Which of course he could block. I play here. Which he then can't block, he has to step aside. Or step aside. Probably step aside. Then I'm playing check. Wait a minute. So if I push... If I go... Okay. So if I push my knight up and he takes... That's a good move. Let's get our bishop out. Let's just focus on development. We can't attack the king, and we're not gonna do what we did last time and just throw all of our shit at a wall and end up paying the price for it. Get our rook into the game. Then think about pushing this pawn. We can en passant here. Does that serve us for anything? Yep, pins the knight. Loses our queen, however. Not good. If I play, he pushes. I can't do anything, man. Maybe I'd do it anyway just to weaken the king side. Or do I want to keep this there so that you can't protect with his rook? Do I push here? Maybe I push, actually. Because it's protected by my queen and my rook. Sure, I now can't pin the knight. But I have other things, like maybe knight to b5 and a bishop takes c7 kind of deal. Queen can't be here, can't be here, can't be here. There's a queen trap if they let me get that off. Probably won't because they just play. But that's still a queen trap. So they play here. Yeah. Takes. Now his queen can come here. So that ruins my whole idea. This guy's not really vibing with my plans, is he? Maybe I'm coming here anyway, and that's a fork. Hmm. If he pushes again, I'll just bring my rook over. Pin to the queen. She's protecting this square while also attacking my bishop. He's no longer protecting here. So now I play here. Check. Is to come forward. Check. Checkmate, no? Check. Has to step forward. Check. Checkmate. Oh, right. Okay, so at least the second game went a bit better. That's what we meant to do. That was the idea for the first one. We just got a little bit confuzzled there. Let's get a game review going on. We played a 71.8% accuracy, 1,150 rate. Apparently we played the second game worse than the first one. It's just our opponent sucked. Yeah, see, I knew that this queen was an accident. Castle was the best move. Good. Retakes is good. Kicking it around is the right idea. Queen back home is a mistake. Queen across. See the follow-up for that. It's just development. Okay. Okay. Doesn't mind that too much. Doesn't like the knight coming across. Knight c3, blunder. And this was a blunder. Brilliant move. So it wanted this across, which would make sense because then it sets up that. So if I play this, yeah, you have to stop the bishop. I en passant. This bishop goes out. You just have to stop it because it's just checkmate. It's just a problem. It's not even checkmate, but it's just a problem. I'm just making issues in your life. How comes this isn't better? Because you allow it to protect. Fair enough. Right. Anyway. Doesn't like that. That's a blunder. Ruins my advantage. What's the follow-up? He just gets a piece, essentially. Is the idea. This was even worse. Should have pushed out the pawn. This was a miss. Genie Mach. The push was a great move. Fantastic. Knight, great move. Queen, great move. 3 great moves in a row to end it. And it was, in fact, mate in 1. The end. Well, that is some. I mean, I played chess. Was it good chess? The answer is quite clearly no. But we are 1,141 rated. We are still climbing. I haven't done that chess live that I said I was going to do, but I might do that now. So our rating may change dependent. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. See you in the next one. And hasta pronto, amigos. Ciao.